Sagittarius, this energy that you have coming in is coming from a twin flame. I feel like this love is someone, this is Moon in Sagittarius. I feel like he's someone who's mirroring you in a way, but he's not really mirroring you. He just does the same things you do in a way that builds him up in the same way you build yourself. So you're very similar. And so he's learning to work on himself and correct some things about himself and his personality that you're already learning on your end. And some things you're ahead of him. You've learned it in advance. And when you do meet, he may be behind you by just a millisecond, but it's something that's very noticeable to you that he has some things to work on. Okay. I feel like one of those things is his tendency to speak his mind. And this is something you can support because you value his direction. Okay. But if you two don't agree on something, you may get spent around and completely turned off by the fact that he maintains his position. Okay. So you may want to break up, get back together, break up, like I feel like it's one of those things where you guys are steadily working on who you are. And so the consistency is there, but it's consistently inconsistent. And it drives you crazy, but it also keeps you hooked and entertained. Okay. So this is going to be the bread and butter of your relationship. The fact that it never gets old, it never gets boring. It's continuously something that you can obsess over because you never know what's coming. You never know what's next. As similar as you two are, you are individuals. He thinks for himself, you think for yourself. So it really is a match because you're able to battle wits. You will need to maintain your outside relationships, your friendships, your career life, and everything because I feel like you two really need that interruption and third party interference to keep you two from spinning out of control. That would be the consequence of you isolating and just feeding off of each other's energy without any break. Okay, so you need to go off and do your own thing, get back together. That's what this dissolution card is about. Because the obsession is there, and it could also turn into an addictive personality, and you two can become addicted to one another, which is a toxic energy. It's something you will begin to resent in one another. All right, Knight of Swords. But ultimately, I feel like this person is coming to you to battle these demons. But it's your personality. He's coming to fight. This is what you're attracting right now. It's going to be this tit for tat energy. that may be what you're into right now, but is it something you're going to be into in the long run? It's something you can think about and decide for yourself while you manifest, because he's challenging every step you take. Okay. Right now, this is the energy that's keeping you focused and entertained and engaged, and is providing some feedback for your work. It's giving you materials to build and grow from. However, it does look somewhat immature. Like it's not something that you can continuously do without improving. You two can be together so long as you grow and develop. Okay, so you won't be able to keep this up for long unless there are some changes and some improvements. Because I see that once you two come together, this is a twin flame. You two merge into one. You become one person. And so if you have these issues, these demons that you're working on and fighting and battling, you two will be fighting and battling one another without actually fixing any problems. And it'll just be a fixed problem, as in one that doesn't change. All right. Ace of Coins. I feel like he's looking at you like a meal ticket. And this is how you view each other. As in you providing him with that inspiration that's basically part of his work. You are his content. And he's feeding off of you. So in order to match his energy, you feed off of him as well. All right, he could be some sort of spokesperson or a therapist or a motivational speaker, but in any sense, he's using your energy to get where he's going. Just make sure that place isn't nowhere, as in going somewhere, because it's very likely that he could be running in circles. And if you get caught in that energy, it'll be the end of you. It'll be a ruinous situation. So you have to stay focused on your own dreams and your own goals, and make sure that you don't mirror him and lose your identity in the process.